Hi, this is Sebastian from Quant Capital.
Hi, this is Joe from Maxwell. Welcome to the 5-Minute FinTechs.
So we build advanced technology solution to help service provider to connect with the retail banks via API. So basically developers can focus on building their innovative products while we take care of the connectivity to banks. We want to empower a new generation of financial services. So basically I went to a meetup where a retail bank was presenting PSD2, Payment Service Directive 2, and I was blown away by the amount of opportunity that this directive was going to generate. So I had the idea during the presentation, but it was too obvious to me. So I decided to do a bit of due diligence. I spent a bit of time investigating the idea, but I started the company soon after that. So raising capital and building a strong team are usually the initial challenge for a startup. From a funding perspective, we managed to raise capital soon after incorporation, and we are also very lucky in the sense that we are building a very strong team. I think competing with the banks and tech firm that have bigger budget, they can offer more perks, and they have well-known brands, is not easy. So what we look in people is intellectual curiosity, the need for challenge. We give them the opportunity to try the most advanced technology to solve an interesting problem and to be part of a fast-growing fintech. So this is the way for us to fight and get talent. Not seeing diversity is probably the best strategy for diversity, and making sure that the people you hire at the beginning do not see diversity either is the best way to make sure that the company grow with a very inclusive culture. People have the tendency to hire people they are comfortable with, they can go for drinks with, and this usually lead to a concept of sameness, where everyone is the same and think the same within a company. While like in business, as in finance, having a diversified portfolio usually leads to better results and a lower risk. If you think about it, like having a room with 10 people all thinking the same is as good as having a room with one single person. While having a room with people with a different background, different experience, a different passion, usually leads to a better solution. And this is what we're after, like offering the best solution. So for us, diversity is a must. So my education was in information engineering and then electrical engineering. I was developing nanotransistor at MIT when I realized I needed to learn about business if I ever wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I joined Goldman Sachs, where I stayed for many years on the trading floor. I then decided to go back to my passion for technology. I work on several different projects, but I think the one that taught me the most were when I was Chief Product Officer at Algomi, where I stayed for 3 years. I had the same role at Red Deer System when I had the idea for Yapily. I think being in the management team of fast-growing fintechs allowed me to learn a lot of lessons and grow my network, and this will be key for the success of Yapily. So open banking will bring a lot of changes. It's a regulatory changing of unprecedented magnitude. So banks will need a little bit of time to meet the regulatory requirements, and the ecosystem will need time to digest and evolve to embrace the opportunities. So our strategy is to remain lean and focused, and make sure that we are flexible in this evolving market. We are going to try to help the ecosystem, make sure we get the community behind us, and we get as many feedback as possible to make sure that we build what the developers want to use to connect with banks. So to start with, we are API first, which is very different from most of our competitors that started with screen scraping in mind. Second, we are developer focused. Everyone in the company so far is or was a developer at a point in time in their life. So we know what the developers want to have. Third, we are probably more secure than any of our competitors because we don't ask for user credential. We don't store user credential, which is needed for screen scraping. And lastly, as we rely on API connectivity, we will able to offer more advanced features, a faster service, and overall a better product.